If I had to estimate, I would say there's probably hundreds, close to 1,000 people who are here at the event. Organizers tell me that this march was organized in response to what happened at the anti-fascist rally in Charlottesville, Virginia.
But just hours ago, Nielsen was served this eviction notice from property managers
who made it possible for us to still be able to come up to the top of Skinner Butte and enjoy the beautiful view of the city that you see right here.
An alarming morning for people who live here on Hammock Street after they ran outside to find these two cars on fire.
This is actually where volunteers on wheels, they eat, they sleep, they travel year round.
The location of the two fires were just feet away from each other. The first location, this empty storage building right here behind Looking Glass, and the second location right over here.
I'm here on Butte Road where you can see this lumber mill warehouse is still blocked off. Police were called to this house in the 600 block of B Street in Lebanon, and during the investigation, deputies found a bullet lodged in the house right next door. Luckily, police say the bullet did not pierce through and hurt anyone who was inside at the time. But 12 days into the month of July, they have already seen close to 50 calls. On busy days like Tuesday, they ran out of ambulances.
That's a conversation that is still in its infant stages, but as the marijuana industry is growing, pets on pot could be a thing.
Firefighters from the Lane County strike team just returned from Santa Rosa last night.
Captain Buchwald says that the next step from here is to implement mindfulness programming for the inmates.
Matt and Renee, I actually still have my Yaks tracks on, and that's because earlier today, this entire sidewalk was covered with snow and slush. This morning, this was grassy, but now all that remains is 30 acres of burnt crop.
Firefighters tell me that the majority of fires that they respond to are accidental, just like this one. Cities like Portland and Bend have already adopted the construction excise tax, something that could bring in extra funding for affordable housing in Lane County. An active shooter situation like the most recent one in Texas is something no one ever wants to be a part of. But in the event that one does happen here, Eugene police and church leaders say they're prepared.
Pastor John Luther looks over Hope Lutheran Church in Springfield and Christ Lutheran Church in Veneta. When he thinks about the 26 people shot and killed in Texas, he says it hits close to home.
We have about 25 people there that show up on a Sunday. Well, that would devastate the entire church. It would be gone.
For Pastor Brian King, he found out about the shooting during Sunday service.
When I heard it was during service, and so I actually stepped out, walked the exterior of the campus, tried to make sure things were fine.
He says it's unfortunate, but active shooter scenarios are nothing new. His church reached out to Eugene police about a year ago to put a security plan in place. They have cameras, designated security volunteers, and a safety plan. But at the end of the day, police say community members should have a plan too, such as learning about the run, hide, fight strategy.
If you get caught into a situation like that, you want to be able to react quickly and not just be stunned by the event. Those few seconds of making a decision whether you run, whether you seek shelter, or whether you fight back, those few seconds you aren't going to be able to get back, and it's crucial for your life.
Sergeant Soulsby says that the best way for you to prepare for an active shooter situation is to be aware of where you are and to have an exit plan if you need to escape. For more information on the run, exit, hide strategy, visit us at our website at KEZI.com. In Eugene, Rosie Nguyen, KEZI 9 News.
I'm here on Butte Road where you can see this lumber mill warehouse is still blocked off. Neighbors tell me that they could see Sunday night's fire from over a mile away.
I'm devastated for Larry, the owner. My heart breaks. I cried.
Teresa Fetter is a Cresswell native. She has lived on Butte Road for the last 10 years. She says the manager of the lumber mill warehouse, which is across the street from her home, is adored by the community.
He puts out the spare wood for people that can come by and just get wood for their homes, or if you have any kind of projects, he's willing to do that. Helps rebuild houses.
Firefighters received a call around 7:15 Sunday night. When they arrived, the warehouse at Cresswell Forest Products was on fire. They were able to stop the fire before it moved to the attached office next door. But as you can see, the damage is pretty severe.
Probably for right now, it'll pretty much shut us down, but we don't have a place to work from. But We've really only got myself as an employee, so it's not a big loss of employment, but big loss to me.
Fetter says her neighborhood is a safe and quiet area. She said the fire happened when there were still people outside and cars driving by.
Don't believe it's arson, and if it is, then I'm gonna be in shock.
However, investigators say the fire is suspicious. Alexa agrees.
This place has been here for, 40 or 50 years and nothing's happened, so it's I wouldn't think it would start on its own.
Fire crews say they estimate the damage is approximately $200,000. At this time, the fire is still under investigation. In Cresswell, Rosie Nguyen, KEZI 9 News.
Oh, she's got one. A beautiful day on the river, something we often take for granted. For Holly, today meant more than just catching fish. She was diagnosed with cancer in 2009. She came all the way from Sisters to be part of a group of 20 other children to show that cancer won't win.
This becomes a great diversion for them, that they can get out and forget about the trials and tribulations of battling cancer.
Yes, number 2. This was all made possible by a partnership between Candle Lighters for Children and river guides in our area, donating their time and boats for the day.
How many fish have you caught today?
5.
5? Yeah.
But that's not all. Rivalry aside, athletes from the U of O and OSU also grabbed their fishing rods to join in on the fun. For some, it was an escape for them too.
It's therapeutic in a way that you can just relax on the boat. It builds patience.
I think it's important for people to find community, and this is a really great community.
Not even halfway through the day,
This is all the fish that I caught.
Holly already caught dozens of fish, and this was her first time.
This is like above and beyond. I didn't think it would be this fun, and the people are so nice here.
Woo! Yeah!
It's so great to do normal things that other people take for granted.